So let's do the, okay, welcome everybody. This is the first meeting, ABR meeting of 2021. Is that right? 2021. Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, let's start with the roll call. Mike?
Okay. Member Deegan.
Here.
Member Kerouac.
Here.
Member Callahan.
Here.
Member Dittmer.
Here.
And Chair Hunter.
Here.
Okay. And Member Dahlman's absent, and it looks like Member Waymeyer has not joined us yet either. We're expecting her later, but absent now. Okay, so we have a quorum of 5 members at the moment.
Okay. All right, so the consideration of the November 4th meeting minutes. Anybody have any issues, comments?
I do not.
Nope. All looks good to me.
So, and I just wanted to confirm, I know, Matt, you had made the motion for the J.C. Licht sign that the sign align with the door. And the way the sign contractor interpreted that, I think from the discussion was correct, that aligning the bottom of the sign with the top of the door was consistent with that, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that was the recommendation. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it works either way.
Okay.
I actually thought it was aligning
The other way, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I would rather see the tops align with the top of the window than the bottom.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that maybe the electrical connection kind of dictates it where it is, but I'm not sure about that, at least the existing one. And I don't know, Mike, if you could find out from the sign guy. Because I agree, I think it would be better if the top lined up with the top of the openings.
I think that was our suggestion or recommendation.
But we don't want them to have to.
Yeah. I don't think it's that huge of an issue.
Oh,
You know,
okay. I can talk to him about it.
Preferred location.
If you're not dead set on that, I think it could become an issue for them to make a change before they were scheduled to go before Village Board January 11th, which is Monday, and they have to go through a long and internal approval process for changes. So I can talk to them about it, but I'm not sure if they would be eager to make the change, because I think they're eager to put their sign up on January 12th, the day after Village Board. Okay.
I mean, they still have their old sign up, but I get that.
Right, yep.
So just leave it the way it is, right?
I'll talk to him and
I'm
tell
fine
him
with
either way works, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's not make a big deal out of it.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Okay,
So did someone want to make a motion on the minutes?
oh, we did,
Yeah,
we still have the minutes to go through, right?
right, yep.
Any other comments on the minutes?
No, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Okay, second?
Second.
Roll call, right, Mike?
Yes, I take it that was Ed with the second on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Member Dittmer?
I agree. Yeah,
Aye.
I'm fine with it.
Member Callahan?
Aye.
Aye.
Member Kerouac?
Aye.
Member Deegan?
Aye.
And Chair Hunter?
Aye.
Okay, the minutes are approved.
Okay. All right, I don't have my agenda. I think, what's next, Mike?
Okay, well, we have to check to see if there's anybody from the public who wants to comment on something that's not on the agenda, and I do not have any visitors here in person, and I do not see any attendees other than people here for the next agenda item. So I think you do not have anybody here to comment on something not on the agenda. So then the next item is the sign
Okay.
permit for Bedolla's Autobody, Bob, and I will,
Right, okay.
click the button that allows our, participants to speak. They may need to unmute themselves, but they now have the ability to speak. So I don't know if you want to ask them for their presentation? Or,
So there will be or there will not be?
they are on the line.
I'm sorry. Yeah, do you guys hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Hi, how's it going, you guys? Good afternoon. So I'm pretty brand new to this, but just as Michael was saying, basically we took over Interpro. It was an existing shop itself. We're keeping everything the exact same thing. The only thing we would like to do is change the name itself to Bedolla's Autobody. I'm not changing the size of the sign or anything. Just like I said, the design of it, if anything.
Before we get comments going, I have no problem with what you're trying to do, but when you go in there, there's signs all over the place. And from what you had shown, it looks like you're putting the sign that you're requesting on the north side of the building, which is the brick side, and that's gonna be your front door, more or less?
More or less, yes. There is two signs originally there. Again, like I didn't put any of those. Those were just previously there. There is one in the front of the face of the building, and there is one on the side because the building itself is kind of hidden. So they actually have to kind of get into the whole little plaza, and then they can see our name right there, and then direct them to us.
Well, okay. Has anybody driven around back there, folks?
No, not me.
There's also a sign on the building in front of you.
Which sign are you talking about?
Well, the building that's in front of you that has a former Interpro sign. You can still see it.
Right, in front of the building itself.
Yeah, the building that's in front of the building you're in, right?
So basically, the front door that we have, there is no building in front of us. There is a building behind us that I believe they're using. I don't know anything about that. I just know they're using that little area right there. But we're facing like towards like the train track, so we're not facing like towards like the big road or anything. That's why I say like it's very hidden, and I believe that's why the previous owner put those two signs.
Yeah.
For
Well,
for help.
my next question is, are those gonna remain up there? I mean, they don't have your right name, so.
Right. I do, like I said, I do want to keep everything the exact same. The only thing I just want to be, get permission on switching the name itself from Interpro to Bedolla's Autobody.
So,
Okay, any comments? On what they want to do?
So our variants, so are they violating number of signs? Or how does that work when it's on a separate building?
as I kind of tried to explain a little bit in the write-up, but I'm happy to address that. It's a good question. Glenn and I kind of took a look at the village code over this issue, and what we found is this building. So our lot of record provision in the zoning ordinance really allows this building and the parcel to the west, the building that Bob's referring to in front of this building, to be considered one zoning lot. It's all owned by the same person, even though it's two different parcels are owned by the same trust. So this, in other words, that makes this a building on a multi-tenant parcel or multi-tenant lot, in that lot borders two streets because it's on the outside of the corner where West Washington Avenue and Skokie Valley Road meet, as you can see on the aerial photo on page 3. So, looking at it as one building on a multi-tenant property that borders the corner of two streets, it is compliant with two signs. Two signs are allowed, and these sizes are allowed. So it is all legal. It all meets code for area and number of signs.
So which signs are gonna be left standing, Mike?
So he's putting, Bob, he's putting essentially a vinyl banner over those two Interpro signs that are mounted on the brick of the back building. So he's in the back building close to the railroad tracks, and that has the two Interpro signs on them, and he's just putting the vinyl banner over on that frame that has the two Interpro signs there. So on the
Okay, so both of those signs will remain with the new banner on them, and then the other one that's on the other building will go away?
you know, I
I mean,
can
it
talk.
really doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I can talk to the owner about the other building. Obviously, that's not, you know, this guy's not renting that space, so he doesn't really have any control over what happens in the other buildings. So I guess I could talk to the landlord if there's a sign still there for a tenant that's gone in the other building. I can talk to the landlord.
Interpro is kind of scrubbed out, it's just a sign with an arrow, so,
Yeah, right.
okay,
I'll
I'm
ask
done
him
with
to
my
remove that.
questions. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody have any thoughts?
I don't have any issues with what they're trying to achieve and the way they're trying to achieve it.
Yeah, it looks fine to me. They're just trying to cover up the existing signs with new signs, so I don't have a problem.
Thank you.
Ed?
I'm fine as well.
So am I.
Okay. Anybody left? Is Julie there yet?
I do not see her. Apparently not.
Okay, well then, somebody wanna make a motion?
I will move to approve, are we approving or recommending?
Approving.
Okay. I move to approve the submittal, or the sign package as submitted.
I second.
Okay, roll call?
Okay. Member Deegan,
Aye.
Member Dittmer,
Aye.
Member Callahan,
Aye.
Member Kerouac,
Aye.
and Chair Hunter.
Alright,
Okay. The sign is approved. Omar, I'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon about the permit and getting that ready for you to pick up and all.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, and you guys have a good night.
Oh, okay,
You too.
thanks. You too.
Thank you.
Yep, bye.
thank you. What's next, Mike?
Okay, well, we have consideration of the 2021 ABR meeting dates. So looking at the calendar, we were able to do our regular first Tuesday of each month, except for September, where we ran into a holiday issue with Rosh Hashanah. And Glenn and I took a look at the schedule for the village calendar for when this boardroom is in use by other meetings. And unfortunately, the going more than a week after the regular September date, this room is booked up. So we thought moving it earlier might work, but it does make the September meeting in August, which is a little weird. But if everyone's free that date, August 31st, and everything else looks good, then we should make a motion and
Pretty
a
sure
second.
it's all gonna still be hunkered down.
Yeah.
yeah.
Be any rationale to maybe combine those two, or is it just keep them in the same month? Like, would someone have not meet the earlier August date, but hit this August date, or?
Well, I guess my suggestion on that is let's, probably just approve the date, and then if it works out that we don't have an applicant for that because it's, because they got in time to get them on the earlier date, then yeah, we
Right.
could, but
Okay.
it just depends on the timing and how it goes. Yep.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, anybody have any issues with, the calendar that's set up?
No?
No?
Nope.
All right, you don't need us to vote on that, do you?
No, we should make a motion and second for that.
All right, somebody make a motion.
Motion to approve the calendar as proposed.
Second?
Second.
Yep. She second.
Okay, Sheree seconded. Okay,
Yes.
I'll do the roll call. Member Kerouac,
Aye.
Member Callahan, Member Dittmer,
Aye.
Member Deegan,
Aye.
and Chair Hunter.
Aye.
Okay, the calendar is approved.
And what's next?
Okay, so we've got under staff report a discussion of the stone color at the Lake Forest Animal Hospital. So they are just about done with everything at the animal hospital. Actually, the only thing they really have left is in the spring, they're going to stain the fence of their garbage enclosure to match the brick, as we talked about. But their drawings that they brought to ABR had said that they were going to stain the existing stone on the facade. You know, though they have those vertical bands of stone, that they were going to stain that a dark charcoal gray. And you know, during the course of the project, they decided it looks better as is and goes well with the brown of the brick. And you know, I think they might be right about that. So I don't know if you guys went by and looked at that and have an opinion?
Anybody have an opinion?
No. No opinion.
No opinion?
Opinion.
It probably
Yeah.
would look better unstained because you never know how a stain's gonna take.
Right, yeah.
I didn't really particularly notice anything. I did drive by and noticed that it looked nice, but
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at the stone.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, if no one
I think the whole
objects,
project,
go ahead, Bob.
I was gonna say, I think the whole project turned out pretty well, considering what they had to start with. And so to me, the stone that was sort of offensive in my eyes at the beginning has sort of disappeared and become just, you know, third tier stuff.
Right,
And I don't know that it's worth going to the effort and expense of doing it, since they don't own the building. I mean, that's,
correct. Oh, okay, well, great. Well, with no one objecting, I will go ahead and let them know that we don't, they don't have to stain it gray because it was on their drawings. They'll be happy. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
no, they did a nice job.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it
really
turned
has
out
turned
well
out-
too. It's great to have
moving
the air
away from that
conditioners.
staining.
It's great to have the air conditioners more screened there too.
What else?
Okay, well, the last item on the agenda, I just wanted to give everybody an update on that building code updates are coming back. So last winter, we did or early spring, we did the chapter 1, the administrative chapter of the code. And in the next few months, I want to bring back the other chapters to update to the 2018 version of the I codes. It would probably be overly optimistic to think I'll be ready to bring something back for the February meeting, but for sure by the March meeting. So I'm thinking that we will do this in 2 steps. I'll bring a draft to the ABR, you know, assume for the March meeting, and we'll look at it, get comments, and make changes as needed. And then I'll do a little outreach to the building community, to architects and builders and all that, and we'll do the public hearing at the next month's meeting, and see if anyone shows up to express an opinion on that, and then we can make a decision to either make changes or make a recommendation to the village board at that point.
Is it looking, every time they have one of these codes restrictions, it seems like it becomes more onerous, you know, and more expensive to do something. Is this continuing down that path?
Well, that's a good question, and I really haven't, I really don't know yet. I am not far enough into an analysis of the 2018 codes at this point to know, but I'll have a good summary, that when we first talk about it at probably at the March meeting, of what changes are included in the new codes.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody else have a question, comment?
Nope.
So if anyone, of course, if anyone has any thoughts or comments on the 2018 codes that you want to share with me, you can feel free to either tell us now or share them with me anytime.
Anybody have any comments on what?
On the 2018 codes.
Okay, great, thanks.
Sure.
Can that be sent as paper this time?
Yeah. How many people like to continue to get the paper packet versus email?
I don't.
I printed it out this time, but my printer ran out of ink, so all I could get was the minutes.
Yeah.
I'm fine with just the email.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah,
But
I
I
am.
like
I am
having
too.
the policeman show up once a month and scare my teenage son, thinking he did something wrong. It was a good scared straight situation every time.
That's not a bad thing. Man.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. He's gone to college now, but it was good for those years in high school.
That is fun, isn't it?
Okay,
Okay.
that's great. Okay, we'll still send you a paper one, Bob.
Yeah, because, my technology skills are somewhat limited, as you can tell. Because they don't need to be any better. All right, well, then we're ready to adjourn.
I think we are.
Okay, somebody needs to make that motion.
Motion to adjourn.
You beat me.
Okay, I think Tim
I
got
beat you.
that.
You got me.
And lots of seconds.
I guess
All
we
right, then I
can.
guess we're adjourned, right?
All right.
We
Excellent.
should
Have a good one.
we should all say aye for that.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, aye.
Aye.
This is
Okay,
fun.
see you next time, guys.
Happy New Year.
Yep, thanks.
Yep.
Happy New Year to you
Have a good
too.
night.
Take care.
All
Bye.
right. Hey, Matt.